Hello, everyone. I'm Tina,
I'm Whitney.
and this is Nurse Leadership Solutions, having the joy within the journey on the road today.
On the road again.
On the road again. You don't want us to sing. Actually, she's not too bad, but I'm pretty rough. We are at East Central College in Union, Missouri at the Senior Expo, and we are going to hear from seniors today, and we're excited about it.
We are. This is our first time doing something like this.
Yes, first time on the road for us. So forgive us for our flaws, and let's just have some fun today.
Let's do it.
All right. See you soon. Okay, ladies. My name is Tina. I'm with Nurse Leadership Solutions, which is a consulting company that helps seniors and senior care. Who am I with here today?
I'm Terry Rule.
Joan Null, Carolyn Barfield.
All right. And we are at East Central College Senior Expo. What made you guys decide to come out here today?
I've wanted to come for a few years, but I just recently retired.
Oh, well, congratulations. Congratulations. So, how about you ladies? She made you come? Yeah. She drug you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I have to do that with my friends too.
We've been retired for a while.
You've been retired?
And we already know how to have fun.
So tell me, what is the secret of retiring? Because I can't wait.
Well, the reason I retired is hopefully different than what yours might be. My husband's cancer had come back, and so I asked him if he wanted me to retire, and he said yes, and so I did.
Oh.
So, but then after he passed, I was a little bit younger than everyone else, so I had to start finding things to do. And so I started going to the gym, and I went to the senior center in Pacific, which is wonderful. And I've met so many new friends, and I found people to travel with. And anyway, I feel like I'm having a great retirement, but I mean, I'm not too old to enjoy it either.
So you're thriving.
I guess you could say that.
All right.
So I've just been retired like 2 months.
2 months.
So I'm just finding my niche.
Yeah.
But there's never enough time because all of a sudden, well, first of all, you get to sleep a little bit later, which is nice.
That is really nice.
It's very nice.
Now, can you sleep? You know, as an aging woman that has gone through menopause, I suddenly can't ever sleep. Do I get over that at some point?
Yes.
Oh,
I
thank
mean, all of a
goodness.
sudden, I'm sleeping better because I'm not working. I do set my alarm clock every day for 7:30 because I want to be up by that time.
Yeah.
Just because I'm an early riser and get going. But yeah, it's awesome. But you think, oh, I won't have as much to do. All of a sudden, you are so busy with just new fun things.
Yeah. What kind of fun things have you done since retirement?
I play pickleball.
Oh,
about 3
really?
times a week.
Wow. I love it, but I've only played it like twice.
Oh, right. It's fun. I'm doing catch up. I've gone on like 3 little vacations, visiting friends I haven't really been able to see in a while. And so, yeah, I feel like I'm still catching up.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Yes.
How about you over there? Have you went on any exciting trips since you retired?
Well, I've been on a few.
Yeah.
So I like to go with groups of people because we have a lot of fun. But I have a particular partner that her husband doesn't like to travel. And so last year we went on a cruise in February because I hate cold weather. And then we were home for a week, and then we went to Cancun for a week. And it was just so much fun when people talked about how much snow they got, because I'm like, well, what were you doing? And I was like, I was parasailing that day.
You were parasailing?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
And then this year we went on a cruise in January, and we missed some of the really cold weather, which was nice because I don't like the cold weather. And then in September, we're going on another cruise, and Terry's joining us on this one. We've got about 9 people going. We're cruising from New York up to Canada, and we're stopping at several ports along the way, which should be fun. And the reason we like to cruise is because we get our own rooms, because you can get a studio room.
These guys have got all their friends waving at them here.
Yes,
How
we do.
exciting is that? Yes. How about you? Lean into that mic there and tell
I'm
us.
sorry, what was the...
What are you doing?
What have you been doing since you retired?
At first, we traveled, my husband and I did.
Yeah.
We traveled all over. Every winter, of course, we went down to Florida, but we went all over from one coast to the other, from north to south, because as they said, I've got itchy feet and they got to keep going. And I did until my husband died. And now my kids have taken me on a couple of trips, but nothing like we used to do.
Itchy feet. I've never heard that saying. I've got
you
itchy
haven't?
feet. No.
No, my mom said I was born with itchy feet. They just want to keep going. And I do. I mean, I love to travel.
That's
I really do.
awesome.
Uh,
So,
Yeah.
what kind of advice would you guys give the next generation to be able to thrive like you are as seniors? I hate to call you seniors, but I
I
mean,
think-
you're close. You've got to be at least
I think
49.
I think stay busy.
Stay busy.
Yeah, even if it's something you may not like, I still think you need to stay busy
Mm-hmm.
because that gives you a better feeling, and you don't go downhill as fast. I can tell a difference from just a couple of years ago when I just gave up a lot. You know?
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes
But-
you don't always need to have money to have fun. I mean, I invite people over. We play cards. People bring food. You know, it doesn't cost much to entertain, and we've had a little
At
bit of
least
fun
once
doing
or
that.
twice a week.
Yeah, we do something every week.
Are you good at reaching out to your friends, like, and keep in contact? You guys like?
She's too busy.
She's too
She
busy.
doesn't answer you.
You know,
You don't answer your phone.
Well, I'm busy, but when I'm around people, I invite them to go places with us. I'm like, oh, we're going on a cruise. You want to go? Oh,
Right,
you know
she
what?
does.
That sounds like fun. And so I've gone on trips with as many as 17 people before, and it's just, it's just fun.
That's awesome.
I like to be
I'm
around
jealous.
people.
I'm really jealous. And what was your name again?
Joan,
Joan. I gotta grow up to be like Joan. So, as you're getting older, what are some services, or what do you think is important for us to be able to support you to thrive like that?
To welcome us. Sometimes people look at seniors and think you can't do anything. I mean, how many people before they're seniors, 50 years old, go out to apply for a job and they're passed by because they're considered old?
Yeah.
The older generation. I think just, we have a lot to offer, and lots of times you don't ask.
I totally agree with that. My dad he's aging and struggling at times, and a lot of times that we are looking over it, we're focusing on what he can't do than what he can do.
Absolutely.
And I think that's so important. So any advice that you guys would want to give the younger, not the younger generation, for us to be able to support you as seniors?
So one thing that I really struggled with a little bit whenever I retired is I had a lot of back pain and I couldn't walk very far. But the more you get, I sat at a desk all the time and I started going to the gym. I went to the chiropractor a little while too. And I went to therapy too. I mean, I did everything I could do not to have surgery. Just because they want to put rods in my back. And I'm like, and you know what? I feel great.
That's awesome. Yeah, that is. Sometimes it is about, we're in a world where everybody wants a surgery or a pill or a quick fix. And a lot of times the quick fix is taking care of yourself.
Exactly.
Like naturally. And I'm not, I'm not someone that's like into all natural, but physical activity, keeping yourself busy, going, all those things, I think that really helps you and eating properly. Like, you don't have to skip the cake all the time, but, just eating, don't eat the junk all the
Right.
time.
And I
Right.
do try to eat healthier than I used to.
Well, as you stay so busy, it sounds like you would. Like if you're home and you're not getting out and busy, then that's where the TV dinners and stuff that are not healthy for you kind of come into play a little bit more.
And I think television is a big evil. I try not to watch any more than 2 hours a day.
I agree. I mean, if you're
It's
sitting there
negative,
watching
too.
TV, you're
Go ahead.
being neutral.
Yeah.
You need to get out there and burn some calories.
Yeah.
Play pickleball.
If
I love that.
Right. If I sit all day in a recliner and watch TV, I feel like crap. But if I only watch it an hour or two, I'm pretty good.
Yeah. What do you watch? What's interesting to watch?
Well, I like to watch TV with my daughter because we do stuff together. I started out years ago watching Survivor with my friends at work, and we bet on it, which made it more fun. So I still watch Survivor, and I like to watch Amazing Race because I never really traveled a lot out of the United States, and it's interesting to see how other people live. But then, of course, you got to have The Rookie and a few of those type of shows.
So I just asked because if you just turn on the TV, it's news and politics, which is always negative and brings me down. I just cannot stand the TV on for that reason. I want to be educated, but I don't want to be poisoned with all the negativity,
That's the truth.
which I think seniors want to see the news all the time. And I'm like, turn that off. I don't want to hear all that.
I don't watch much TV. I can't tell you last time I watched.
I don't
the
either.
news.
Yeah.
You know, I will hear about something that I wish I knew sooner, like a
Mhm.
bombing, like 3 days later.
Yeah.
I asked
That's great
the girl
that you
I came
have
here
that, yeah.
today. I said, "So his Trump's birthday, is it over?" I mean, I don't. That's how much news, because
Yeah.
I figure I would have picked up on something
Yeah.
if his birthday was here.
Yeah. So what last advice, ladies, would you like? You can share anything you want. What last advice would you like to give to either senior care, senior people that take care of seniors, or just the younger generation? What do you want to
say
share?
Work hard, play hard, put money away for retirement, get into some kind of an investment plan or a retirement plan or something, so you can have fun when you get older.
Good. But don't wait till you're older to have fun.
No,
though, too.
no.
Yes.
Play hard, work hard.
Yeah.
I have to agree with a lot of what Terry said. Just have fun and don't be afraid to retire because you won't have enough money. Like I said earlier, there's a lot of things you can do without spending a lot of money. And, I have a lot of fun, and I'm on we didn't save a lot of money when we were younger. And I still have a lot of stuff to keep up because I have a lot of property and house and everything. And sometimes it's hard to make ends meet, but you can do it. You just have to set your priorities. One of mine is vacation.
Boy, isn't that the truth? I always said whenever I went into a new job and they would talk about vacation, I said, I work for vacations.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
So what's the best place that you went? Last question, and then you can get on and get some goodies.
I think I liked Ireland, but I will always go back to Key West.
You went to Ireland?
Yeah.
I was supposed to go to Ireland, but I've been to Key West. I've never been to Ireland, but I've been to Key
Or
West.
just the Keys in
the
general.
Keys in general. They were very peaceful.
So I've just mainly started traveling after my husband passed. So I haven't been out of the country a whole lot. I'm really looking forward to going to Canada this year. But I think it wasn't the place, it was the people I was with where I had the most fun. And that was when we went to Cancun for a week. It was an all-inclusive resort, and we had 17 people, and we just were always busy. I mean, I did stuff I'd never done before, like parasailing. And so anyway, just try new things and have a good time.
All right. Well, ladies, I will let you get back to collecting your goodies out there, and I sure appreciate you joining me today.